My name is Nate Haregrove, the Director of Business Development here at Onform, and to my left here is no stranger to any of us in the golf industry, Mr. Sam Saunders. Thanks for joining us, man. This is awesome to have you a part.
Great to be here.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So we're launching our very first brand ambassador program, so to speak, and you're kind of like the catalyst. You're our first one.
I'm honored.
So if it doesn't go well, we're blaming you.
Yeah.
No, this is awesome. We're really excited to have you on board. We wanted to just kind of connect, maybe ask you a couple questions, learn a little bit about you, introduce to all those who want to see. So
yeah, well,
talk to us about the easiest part, your playing career.
Well, I don't know if that was very easy. It was great. I played about 15 years between Korn Ferry, PGA Tour. I played a little in Australia, pretty much all over the world, I guess. Played mini tour events.
Mm-hmm.
I did the traditional old school grind. I went from the very bottom and had to work my way up through all the stages of Q school. But it was great. I really enjoyed the process, and I think the general world should know that's what most guys' professional careers actually look like. It's not all of us just go out there and have Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy's success. So it was humbling at times. It was provided elation and joy and hardship and tears, and but it was great. And I'm incredibly fortunate to have been able to say I played on the PGA Tour full time for 5 years. I played on the Korn Ferry Tour for probably 6 or 7 years in total, and then bounced around wherever else in between. But it's been a great journey, and I've got an amazing wife and 2 kids as a result of all of it, and they got to ride around and enjoy the experience with me as well. So
I love that. You're no stranger to the game of golf. You come from a legacy of golf, right? You come from the king, and I love the fact that it's a grind for you. It wasn't handed. Nothing was given to you.
Yeah, that was an interesting part of my career growing up. I think a lot of people had certain assumptions about me because I was Arnold Palmer's grandson. And listen, I got some sponsor exemptions because of that. I had some opportunities because of that, which I'm very grateful for. But at the end of the day, nobody hands you a PGA Tour card. So I was grateful that I had to go through all the steps. And I played high school golf and had a great junior golf career. Went on and played for 3 years at Clemson University. Didn't have the college career that I felt like I should have had with the junior career that I had. But then turned pro, and I struggled for a little bit. But some of those early opportunities I took advantage of, and I kind of showed myself, okay, I can do this. I made my second ever cut that I got an opportunity to play in on the PGA Tour. Finished 17th in my third tournament. So those early successes helped me kind of get the comfort and trust that, okay, maybe I can do this, and something that I'm going to continue pushing for. And then, to finally get through Q school in 2011 and get some Korn Ferry status. Well, gosh, that all the way back then, that was
Nationwide
tour. Yeah, I went from Nationwide to Web.com to Korn Ferry, and was able to finally get my PGA Tour card through the Korn Ferry Finals in 2014. So I played 15 through 19 on the PGA Tour, and that was like a dream come true. I got to a point in my career where you kind of start wondering, gosh, am I ever going to make it? And to finally get there on the PGA Tour and play 5 years and make the FedEx Cup playoffs and come close. Lost in a playoff in Puerto Rico. Had a couple other top fives that I had chances to win events on the biggest stage there is in golf. So
that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah,
that's what you're going for.
Absolutely, and more importantly than any of it, I made so many great relationships and had so many great experiences along the way, and now that I've kind of closed that door on that part of my career of trying to play and compete professionally, maybe until about 13 years from now when I make a run on the Champions Tour. But so many cool avenues have opened for me, and I'm excited about the next chapter of my career. And, this relationship with Onform now is something that I'm probably more excited about than anything at the moment, because I never really thought I was going to get into coaching or teaching or anything like that. And then I met Onform, and I met here, and I met you, and I started to see, wow, wait a minute. I think I could actually make a difference in the game of golf through my knowledge and experience, because, to be honest, I was never really a big technical coach training type of guy. Golf was something that came a little bit more naturally to me. And I thought, I've always considered myself a bit of an old school player.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started, looking at my best years on tour. And Eric Cole, who's one of my best friends, coached me actually my whole year in 2018 on the tour. And, he utilized a lot of video, and he utilized, practice routines and methods to help me get better. And we looked at stats a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now that I'm finished playing and I want to help other people in the game of golf, and I look at, the function and the ease of use of an app like Onform, and it just really, to me, it's like, why wouldn't I use that? Why wouldn't I use that, not just for myself, because I still want to keep playing golf and I still want to keep getting better.
Right.
And, I'm still a golf junkie. I love looking at my swing. I love trying to get better. But, in terms of helping other people, whether it's my own son, a friend, or someone that, I'm coaching and helping on the PGA Tour as a player, to be able to use an app and the, the video and the function of Onform is just so easy. And like I said, I don't know why I wouldn't use it.
Well, I love that you took it from the playing days to retirement announced last month, 2 months ago,
Yeah,
something
just
like that,
a little over a month ago. Yeah.
to now transitioning to this coaching little bit of a phase. So talk to us about what that is going to be like for you, maybe the look and feel of what you think coaching will be.
Yeah, so I mean, I've got some, Eric Cole is somebody that I'll spend a lot of time with out on the PGA Tour, and we've been friends since we were in the 9th grade. So our player coaching relationship's a little bit different.
It's more,
yeah, I was gonna say it's more like a brother helping another brother with our games, because it's like when he coached me, it was official, but it was also a friendship, and that's kind of what we have with him now. I mean, I look at videos of Eric and we talk about certain things and discuss what he might be able to do to get better. So, that's kind of at the highest level.
Okay.
Where Eric is obviously very in control of what he's doing. He's a top 50 player in the world.
Had a good year last year.
Yeah, had a great year.
Yeah.
But, we're working on stuff right now, because you're always, no matter who you are, I mean, taking perfect example, Tiger Woods 2000, best years that anybody's ever played the game of golf, completely rebuilt his golf swing. We're all always trying to get better. And Eric's doing a little bit of that right now, and I'm trying to help him a little bit through that process. And Onform has undoubtedly helped us already just be able to look at swings and compare and, make small incremental changes that guys at that level do. Now, when it comes to my coaching of whether it's my son or
Let's
friends
go there.
or anyone.
Let's go
yeah,
from the top level, top 50 player last year to your son.
Sure, yeah. And well, he's in football season right now, so very little coaching is happening with him. But, another example, I got a buddy here in Fort Collins who's a doctor, who's a good friend of mine. We play a lot of golf with each other, and I've been helping him out on that. And it's just been really fun to be able to analyze and break down his swing and see the progression that he's been able to make over the past month. And, it's so hard out on the course with your naked eye to see some of the things, because, you hit a good shot, it looked good, or, you make the same swing and you catch one heavy, or, he hooks one, and it's kind of hard for me at times. It's like, gosh, I really don't know what to tell him next.
Sure.
And I think if all coaches look at it and they're honest with themselves, there's a point in every lesson when you're working with someone where you hit a plateau and you say, gosh, I really am not 100% sure of my next step. And that happens to me. I think it happens to everyone. But through video analysis and through being able to compare swings, I feel like I've been able to kind of get over that hump of not knowing where to take things in the next step. So been able to, make some changes and stay consistent with getting better because of, being able to analyze the videos that we're taking. And I got another friend down in South Florida, a good buddy of my dad's, he's been able to send me some swings, and I've been working with him a little bit. And what was cool is I took a video of his and looked at something, and I said, okay, and I was comparing it to Eric, a video that I had of Eric, and I said, obviously, I'm not telling you need to swing like him, but it's to be able to draw that comparison. And I was able to see that there was a training aid out there that I knew for certain was going to be useful for my friend down there. And I had a video of Eric making a swing with that training aid.
Oh, perfect.
And so then I was able to show him that video, send him the link to go buy it himself, and boom, next thing you know, he's making progress. And we've got 3 or 4 days of him working with this, and then we're going to take another swing and look at what kind of progression and where we're going.
Man, what you just brought, totally off topic, but what you just brought up is he's utilizing a training aid.
Mm-hmm.
Training aids are great if they're used the way that they were intended for.
Sure.
So you can get certain training aids. It's snapping, I heard, but you're overcasting and it's snapping. So
exactly.
Videoing that has to help his swing.
Absolutely. And just being able to, for me to take a video of myself using a training aid and explaining how to use it the right way, because there's a million gadgets out there, and some of them can be great for people, but some of them might be detrimental if you don't know how or why to use it and as it applies to you. So I think that's another huge benefit of Onform, is being able to break down which training aids or devices or practice routines are good for each individual. And that's, again, another thing, is to be able to just break it down in folders. And I've got each one of my students right there, and I can say, hey, this is what's going to work for you. But, to not be able to not have to put everyone under the same umbrella and same, because there are so many different ways to swing the golf club, and you cannot teach one method. And that's what I've loved about this, is really being able to see each individual and come up with a plan for each one of your students that applies to them based on how they can move physically and where they are in their golf game.
Yeah, and you just said there's so many different ways to swing a golf club. Someone once famously said swing your swing, right? So I love that.
I'm a big fan of that.
I love that.
Well, that's cool.